Let's look at my favorite plant spots on Ascent A site post plant. So the first one is if nobody has any lineups or anything for default, I'm going to post up against this wall instead of the generator because it is a straight wall, so it leaves less room for error. I'm going to go ahead and plant a straight wall here, and as you can see, they have to kill at least one portion before they can diffuse. If they're coming off of the ground, it's two portions. So if they are going to go into heaven, just like this, they have to be able to make the skill jump up to the generator, and then they can kill one portion, and then they can diffuse like this. Now keep in mind, they can hug themselves in between the wall, and you won't be able to see them, so keep that in mind. The second plant is up against dice. You plant it, and then you just throw a simple straight wall like this, and it'll block off the spike. I typically like to defend this one from A main, because it provides you essentially a straight shot right at anybody that's trying to defuse, just like this. Variation of the same wall. If you plant it at dice, you can walk on this little pathway here, and you have to finesse this wall. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So you can see that if I'm moving my wall left and right, it's going to kind of flicker. Now, when it flickers, you know that it's on top of the pathway. So you see that? So place it on top of the pathway, and then if you go into A main, you can actually shoot the diffuser's feet as they're diffusing, and there's no way that they can shoot you back. So again, this one is extremely situational. Different variation of that plant, you can plant essentially just in the middle of the site like this. And again, if you finesse the wall, make sure that it's laid on top of the pathway, just like this. If you go back into A main, you'll be able to shoot this defender as well. And this one is different from the dice because it's going to be harder for them to swing you when they diffuse here. Let's look at my favorite plant spots for Ascent B site. The first one is going to be default because most people are going to have lineups for the default location, so it makes this wall dual purpose. You can throw a straight wall right here and boost yourself up, just like this. I typically like to watch this from B main, so the boost is very helpful. Depending on the speed of the defenders though, you can also rotate back around through the stairs. The second plant is going to be for boathouse. You can plant it into the boathouse. You can block both entrances with one wall. I typically also like to leave a little opening. I'll talk about that here in a bit. But typically people will jump up through the wall here and try to fit through this little hole. I'll watch this with a judge, a rifle, but also if you aim to the left just like this, you can actually shoot stairs and people that are coming in as well. So again, situational plant. And then the last one, if you plant up against this wall, you can wall it off. Or if you choose not to wall it off and for some reason you can get all the way back here, if you really want to troll people, you can throw a straight wall right here and you can boost yourself up, and this is a perfect spot to defend that plant. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this can help you win some rounds.